Hi folks, and welcome to another Saturday morning Samoflange. I'm Matt, and Benjamin is not here. Let me explain here. My fault completely. I forgot. Benjamin is helping the missus with a show. Mrs. is directing a show at the local theater here in town, and it's really stupid because I just totally forgot about this. After our last podcast went off the air, Benjamin told me he could help volunteer and help the missus out with whatever she needed with the show. I was like, great, she's going to be needing some help because it's coming up in a few weeks. So he's been helping her. So I sent him a text about today's idea and the next 2 weeks of topics. I'm like, hey, we can talk about this and this and this. And he never responded back. I was like, what's wrong with him? He always responds back. Well, he's been helping the missus every night. And I just don't know why I didn't put two and two together. So because he's going to be kind of out of pocket for the next 2 weeks, I have to go solo for the next 2 weeks, which is totally fine. Like, again, I knew that. He told me that. I just totally forgot. So Benjamin won't be here for these two podcasts, and that's okay. I'm not sure if he would have much to say about these anyway. I wanted to talk about my top 5 favorite holidays. Yes, I have favorite holidays. Some you already know. If you watch my channel long enough, you probably already know what number 1 is. I mean, easily, or number 2 even. But I believe I will shock you with the other 3, because I do not think, and I could be wrong, you can let me know in the chat what your top 5 favorite holidays are, and if more than 2 match mine, I will be impressed. Because mine are odd. But when I thought about this, I wasn't going to do this podcast. I was like, that's kind of boring because you'd pick the top 5 most popular ones. And then I noticed, no, I actually like some of the ones that probably no one would put on their list. And so, I mean, except for the top 2, of course. But I think everything else people would put. I don't even think one of these no one may put on their list, you know. So maybe you'd only have one that matches my list, I think. So obviously, Christmas is on here somewhere, right? But where is it? Well, find out now as I go into my number 5. My number 5 favorite holiday is Easter. That's odd, isn't it? I even thought about this too. I was like, really? I have a lot of good memories about Easter. We always got little Easter baskets from my mom. Whenever we got to participate in an Easter egg hunt, it was so much fun. Whenever I get to hide Easter eggs for an Easter egg hunt, that is fun. I've done that several times. When I was on the road in Arizona, I got to do it for a family, and I had a blast. I spent Easter in Arizona and just loved every minute of it. And then I think last year, my wife and I went out to her family's out in the country, and they hid Easter eggs out in a field. It was just an open field. You just had to go out in the field and just look for them on the ground. But it was fun. It was fun placing them out there, kind of scattering out here and there. It was fun watching my girls slowly approach each one and slowly put them in the basket. And they got little presents in each one, maybe a $1 bill, maybe some candy, maybe a little toy or something. I mean, it's not just candy is what I'm saying. And I remember way a long time ago, I brought my little nephews to the zoo. They used to have an Easter egg hunt at the zoo, and it was hilarious to watch Easter egg hunts. And even as a kid, I participated in a few too, and it was always exciting to find where the Easter eggs were, right? It's still very fun. We still have some plastic Easter eggs from that from this past Easter that the girls still play with. Whenever I find one broken, I try to throw them away, because we used to have a billion. Now we're slowly breaking them all. Those things weren't meant to stay, right? And eventually they'll just all go away if they haven't. I know there's one because I picked up one tonight. But we still have a few. But Easter is it's fun. I mean, the chocolate bunny rabbit, I think it's got the best holiday candy ever and the worst holiday candy. My favorite holiday candy, only thing you get seasonal, Cadbury Eggs, by far. I love Cadbury Eggs. It was funny because me and my brother always have a thing. When our wives go out and they buy Cadbury Eggs, we always respond with, is that all? Like we're disappointed, you know. My wife was saying, you know what, I'm not going to have him say that to me this year. And I remember she went out and she bought, bags full of, I don't know how much she spent, but she bought, they're half off at this point, but still, she spent a lot of money of just Cadbury Eggs because she wanted to hear me say it again. And so there's pounds of Cadbury Eggs, and went, is that all? And I laughed afterwards because, she's like, oh, whatever. You won't even eat all those. And that's true. That was the one year some of those Easter eggs went stale. I remember getting tired of them, actually. After a while, I was like, oh, these are, because they're so sweet. You can only eat one a day, or I can. Maybe 2 a day. But I was trying to eat them, and as the weeks went by, then some of them were dried out, some were getting old because they were just expiring, and then I had to throw the rest away. I was like, wow. So yeah, it was more than enough what she got me that year. And from year to year, so I think maybe it was this year. I think it was this year. We couldn't find it. I mean, I found a few. My mom always buys me some, and I think she gave me whatever she had left over, which wasn't just like 3 or 4. But we went out to the stores to look for them. We couldn't find them, so I didn't get that many. But I'm not craving, 50 of them anymore. Just a handful would be fine. But I still think it's the best holiday candy out there, which is also why this is number 5. But it also has the worst holiday candy ever, and you can get those in droves anywhere. It's Peeps. Peeps are the nastiest thing in the world. If you were to pay, could you pay me $100 to eat 100 Peeps? No. Could you pay me $100 to eat 50 Peeps? No. I think Peeps are so nasty. They're so nasty. Even eating one, which I haven't done in years, makes me want to puke. And of course, Peeps, you can find, you can't find Cadbury Eggs anywhere. Peeps, everyone's trying to give away their Peeps. I don't even know why they still order Peeps, but they always go for half off. No one gets Peeps. And, they make the pink bunny Peeps for Easter and stuff, and but they're really popular. The chicks, the little baby chicks, those are really popular around this time, and they are nasty, nasty, nasty. Of course, I like Easter and what it stands for as well. So that's another reason to easily put up here. But yeah, a lot of good memories, great holiday. My numero 5, since we're all about top 5s here. Hey, my number 4 is going to surprise you. I don't think this is going to be on anyone's. But for people who've known me and have been around me for a couple years, you'll probably be able to understand why Memorial Day is number 4. Memorial Day. Yeah, check it. It's a holiday still. Memorial Day. Why on God's green earth do I love Memorial Day as my number 4? Well, let me tell you. First off, every 2, 3 years, it falls on my birthday. Ta-da! So Memorial Day is on my birthday. End of May is my birthday, so May 31st. Whenever it hits on May 31st, ta-da, that's my birthday. So that's fun. But also, it has traditionally been something, after my 2 original roommates left, we used to do something. We used to celebrate 2 holidays. One was Thanksgiving. We did like a Thanksgiving Eve dinner, which I thought was great, but I couldn't replicate. We had the guys would dress up, get the tables, set the tables and chairs, folding tables and chairs, and the girls would all cook. I just thought it was a free meal, and I love Thanksgiving meals anyway, so that was fun. We had a Thanksgiving party. And then we also had our Valentine's singles party, which then eventually disappeared. Well, I didn't want to run into competition with other people who had 4th of July parties, St. Patty's Day parties. You knew someone who was having a party. I said, you know what? I'll be known as the Memorial Day / Labor Day guy. Now, when I did this, I actually started getting competition because they were so big and so boisterous. And then everyone kind of caught on what I was doing because mine was the only party in town. You didn't know what you wanted to do on Memorial Day? You go to Matt's apartment is what you do. I remember I asked the landlady, can I use the swimming pool for Memorial Day? She said, sure. She didn't realize that 40 people were going to show up. So she asked me politely, because she said, look, I know I said you could do it, but I didn't realize you had this many people. I said, oh yeah, it's a big party when I throw my Memorial Day party. And she went, yes, but can you just ask him to leave for a while so other people can swim? I said, oh yeah, absolutely, no problem. But it was so much fun. I remember one of the last big ones, and it's probably the last big one I did, was with my roommate. He wanted to be my roommate for my New Year's parties. I went, I don't do those anymore, but I'll throw you a pretty kicking, rocking Memorial Day party. And it was awesome. And we always used to grill. We also used to grill burgers. I used to grill a lot. I used to grill just burgers. And the one thing I hated is everyone would try to tell you how to do a burger. Like you never did it right. And I was like sick and tired of hearing every people talk about, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Did you flip it just right? Don't squeeze it, whatever their things were. So I said, hey, this year, it was usually bring your own burger patties, make your own burgers. Is how I got to go, because then everyone had their own different style, and I didn't care about their style. I just cared about my burger. And so then I said, okay, this year, we're bringing everything to the grill but burgers and hot dogs. You can't bring burgers, hot dogs, and you're cheating if it's sausage. And so people would bring, I remember boudin, shark. Someone bought shark. He was at a fancy restaurant and they were just about to get rid of it, so he took it home. Someone made shish kebabs, steaks. Someone brought steaks to grill. Someone brought chicken to grill. Someone brought pork to grill. I mean, it was crazy. There was all sorts of meat on there. Turkey. Someone grilled turkey legs and stuff. I mean, we were just grilling anything and everything, but that was the rule. No hamburgers or hot dogs. And that was a fun, super fun theme. And I still have fun. I remember because we'd walk around with a 2-liter bottle. A 2-liter bottle of Coke or whatever. And that's what you drank all day long. Was, 2 liters. Yeah, I can't even tell you what the calorie or sugar count was back then. But we didn't care. It's like, that was your man drink, right? You bring a 2-liter bottle. I'd put it in the refrigerator so it'd be nice and cold. And I'd walk around with it all day. Coke or Dr. Pepper, whatever it was. That was my one drink instead of just going back and getting several cups. And then everyone else started doing it too. That was a big tradition too. All the guys would grill and drink from their 2-liter bottles as we talked to one another, just like it was like a regular bottle of Coke. So kind of crazy, but those were great times. It's still great times today because, again, it does land on my birthday every once in a while. But plus, we always usually find some fun stuff to do, going over to my parents or just going off and having a fun day, I think is what we did this time. But we did some great stuff. And so Memorial Day, as I was putting these together, I was like, man, I love Memorial Day the most of these holidays. So that is why it is number 4 on my list. Now, my number 3... I'm going to be fair here. I kind of already gave it away just by accident, but it was Labor Day. Labor Day beats out Memorial Day. Now, what was different about Labor Day? Well, back in the day, nothing, right? Labor Day was just another day I'd grill and everyone would come over. And I remember when I started getting competition on Memorial Day and Labor Day, because there were always these girls who wanted to be known as the It Party. And so they tried to steal my Labor Day and holiday. And again, they'd say, why don't we combine our holidays and you come to our house? I was like, nope. Y'all throw your own. I mean, yeah, I'll tell people you can go theirs or yours or mine. But they knew, I was more popular and more people always went to mine. But, Memorial Day was and I remember one year I thought, well, maybe I'll do this Labor Day thing every other year, And so I went to their party one year and they were so thankful I did not throw a party on Labor Day. So now people would come. They said, were you going to come? I said, sure, I'll come. And so I said, hey guys, we're going to go over there. And they had a big backyard. I didn't have one. I had an apartment. I said, we're going to play wiffle ball. And I marked out we put up little posts and everything and strings around it to do an outfield. And we played a 9-on-9. We had 18 guys there and I brought them out there and we all played wiffle ball. In fact, I may still have the CDs, the little VCDs on them, but I recorded one of our games that we played. Me and my brothers and everyone else just having fun, goofing off. We put like the little plastic rings the little children plastic rings on the little, you stack these plastic rings from big to small on a little yellow pin rocker. We put some of those on the bat like they were weights, and we were just being all goofy. Me and my brothers marked up our bat to, put flames on it, tattoos on it and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. They said, oh, we should do this every year. We should do a Memorial Day at our house every year. I said, no, I'm going to do one at my house now. Let's go back to my apartment. They're like, well, didn't you have fun? Yeah, I did. So I think I want to do this every year because I had a lot of people who were disappointed that I wasn't throwing my own party. And again, I was thinking, well, maybe I should just do it every other year. And I thought, no, I should do it every year. So Labor Day has always been a big thing. It's still a big day for me too because that's usually the day schools are starting back or about back. And we usually throw our Twilight Imperium down. We have for the past few years. It's been a very fun tradition. And then me and the missus and the kids will go out. And that's another thing. Labor Day, just like my birthday, Labor Day every once in a while will fall directly on my anniversary, which it did this year. So we got to go out and enjoy it with the girls. And that was a lot of fun. So that's a little extra bonus there. Around Labor Day, my wife and I visited Disneyland for the first time. For Labor Day, we went on an totally epic trip to Disney World, Universal, and SeaWorld all in the same week, all in one fun, action-packed, and very tiresome week. And so Labor Day has always had, and I'll be honest, Labor Day is a step above Memorial Day. It's over the years, it's become a bigger step over Memorial Day. But Labor Day is just this big, excellent, fun day. And it's always been that way. I think it will always be that way, too. There's so many good memories tied into it that, to be honest, it is a respectable third, not even a distant third, okay? It does fall squarely behind my other two on this list here. But, again, it's a respectable third just because of... And memories, folks, memories make the holiday for me, okay? Some of these other holidays that you guys love, I don't. Because I don't have the memories. And I'll explain that. I'm going to do a podcast next week where I'm going to talk about my least favorite ones, okay? And I'm going to talk about why. Either I have zero memory or zero events happen, or not really something fun, or I think it's overworked. And so people are already thinking, uh-oh, There's not that many holidays left here. I think one of my favorites is going to be Axe by Matt. Yeah, you had better holiday, and there may be a weird, holiday that you love, Groundhog's Day or something, because of the great memories it brings to you. Well, for me, Labor Day is that. I have the best. I have some of the absolute best, and continue to have some of the absolute best memories on Labor Day. Labor Day is so much fun. So that is my numero 3. Number 2. Number 2 is everyone's probably number 1. If it's not, please let me know in the comments below. It is Christmas. Obviously, right? I mean, who doesn't love Christmas? The missus loves Christmas. That's her easy number 1. Again, Halloween, probably number 2 for her. But for me, Christmas, number 2. I keep thinking, I like it a lot. And it's a barely number 2. It's sitting squarely in number 2, but just barely. I have more and more fun with it. Mainly the girls are enjoying it. They're getting more and more excited as they realize what Christmas is and it comes around. And that's going to be a lot of fun, I won't lie. It's been fun the past 2 years with them. The first year they were little babies. They didn't know what was going on. They couldn't walk. They couldn't crawl. But goodness gracious, they did everything they could to try to get that Christmas tree. When they saw it lit up, my little girl got on all fours, started rocking back and forth. She was trying everything to get to the tree. The other one was just standing there. I mean, she wanted to go, but she couldn't figure out how to move her legs or her feet or her hands or anything. And so she just kind of stood there kicking, and almost like swimming on the carpet, but just couldn't get to that tree fast enough. Now this year, they're a lot older, and they're like looking around like, what is going on? Like, because we go all out for Christmas. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 trees. We have 4 trees. We used to have 6 or something at one time. But now we're down to 4. One tree is going to be in me and my wife's room, and it's going to have tinsel. It's going to have old traditional lights on it, the old candle lights, if anyone knows what those were. And a nice little star there. It looks kind of classy. I really like it. Doesn't have any ornaments on it. But it's really awesome, and I love looking at it at night. It's our night light in a way. I mean, I eventually have to turn it off because I can't sleep with that thing on. But it is nice, and we'll have the Echo play some old-timey Christmas music while it's playing, and we'll just kind of chill in the back. But it's always beautiful. The girls have my wife's old tree. It's a little 4-foot, I think, 3-foot pink tree, and of course it fits them. We put like little, cute little ornaments on that. And then we have the main tree, and the main tree in our living room is just, it's everything. It's bedazzled. It's got 2 train tracks, one on the bottom, one in the middle of the tree that moves around. The tree is revolving. It switches from color to white to blinking color to blinking white and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get a zany topper for it. And we saw one. We were hoping to get it on sale last year, but it sold out before it. It's called the North Pole, and it had Santa and his reindeer just moving around it like a little twirly pop. And I was like, that belongs on our Christmas tree. That's awesome. But our Christmas tree is already awesome. Has great ornaments that describe who we are. My wife gets a lot of those Hallmark ornaments, some at full price, some at half price, just depending. Some she can't let go because, I mean, hey, they're fun. They sing, they make noises, they do stuff, or they're just nice. And so a lot of them are hers. I have some every once in a while they're on there. My favorite is the Krampus from the movie Krampus. I found the little movie replica. I bought it. I hide it on there. So if anyone gets that reference, they get kudos from me, but no one cares. And you can hardly see it because it's such a dull ornament. But I love that it's on there, and I can see it, so that's all that matters. Other than that, though, there's some fun stuff on there, and it just describes who we are. It's just a fun. And it'll only get better as the girls get older and they have their own, ornaments on the tree, or maybe their own personal. Maybe we let them decorate their own tree. That can be a lot of fun. The last tree is the Snowman Tree, we call it. It is basically a nice beautiful white tree, about 6 feet, and we put all the white and blue ornaments on it, and any Frosty the Snowman or snowman ornaments. Well, my wife has a lot of snowman ornaments, and so all those go on that tree. And it's just like I like to call it the elegant tree for the kitchen. We have a white kitchen, so it's a white tree. But everything has trees. There are trees everywhere. We used to have 2 other trees because we used to have one in the foyer that was just a regular, traditional looking one, not that exciting. And then we had a little 3-foot, 4-foot one, and I didn't have a place to put it, but I wanted to put it somewhere, so I put it in the kitchen. We also have these big, I don't know what, awnings or whatever, light up awnings that are too big for the ceiling. It knocks against the ceiling, so we couldn't figure out how to put the arc on it. But we keep the tall, thin ones on each side of the foyer, which is really nice. And lights are strung out. Christmas lights are strung out all around the place. I mean, the whole thing is screaming Christmas. We decorate a little bit for Halloween too. So Halloween's not nothing to sneeze at. It's pretty decent. My wife does a good job doing that. But for Christmas, I mean, it's like Christmas threw up in our house. There's 2 Santa's mailboxes. There's all the stuff because we do after. That's probably even an honorable mention would be December 26th. The Christmas Day shop. You get Christmas stuff, and we always buy something new, something interesting, something unique that we think will just pop for next year. And now we have so much, and when we gave away those 2 Christmas trees, that emptied out a lot of good headspace, but now it is filled to the brim out of all the stuff we've got. My wife got a little tiny Christmas village that activates with snow skiing and movement, and so we finally found a spot to put that in. But her little, some of her town doesn't always get in. But we try to put as many as we can out and as much stuff as we can. I think we had to put up 1 train set because I was afraid the girls kept going for it. So we're like, okay, we got to get rid of this till they get older. But every year they get older, they're going to love Christmas more and more and more. And so that's why I'm thinking eventually this holiday is going to take over and be my number 1. It isn't. It's firmly behind number 2, but barely. I've enjoyed Christmas more over the years than I have in the past. When I was in my own apartment, I didn't have a Christmas tree. I didn't figure what was the point, right? There was nothing Christmas in my house. And in a way, it kind of kept Christmas out of my mind. I mean, I'd always go over at my parents' house, and there's tons of Christmas stuff there, so that's how I can enjoy Christmas. But at my house, you wouldn't know what holiday it was. I never decorated for any holiday, okay? On Memorial Day and Labor Day, I had, and I don't know if I still have these, but I had tons of little flags that someone gave me a long time ago after a banquet, a bunch of little American flags. And I put those flags up all around the room, tape them on the walls, put them on the, in a little flower vase or whatever around the rooms. And I just had a bunch of American flags. And that's all I do for Labor Day and Memorial Day. I dress up the house for my apartment for that. But other than that, nothing for any decorations. So now, when me and my wife got married, she had the pink one. We bought our own 6-foot one. That's what it started off with. And then we decided to buy another big one, I think. Yeah, so we moved one into our room. We had one in the living room. Then we found a white tree for like $10 that day after we got that one. Then we got a little small one. The small one in our room became a bigger one with a rotating stand and stuff. And so things got out of hand for a while. But still, the stuff that we have is really cool and lots of Christmas baubles. And we got way too many baubles now. Things that just sit on desks and tables and stuff. We got lanterns and stuff. In fact, some of our stuff we are not using. We're not using it all anymore. We got the little counter. It's a tin Christmas Santa with a beard, and you just pop the little cotton balls every day of the until Christmas on his little beard as it fills out his beard, which I think is pretty cool. We got the countdown blocks that no one cares about but me, and the little rotator, which I'm the only one that does it. I don't know if anyone knows it, but I'm the only one that counts those suckers down. We even have stuff that we haven't used in a while. We have a thing that can play your own you put an SD card in there and play your own videos, or it has just regular videos of Christmas people. You're supposed to put it in your window, but you can have any videos up there. And I wanted to have videos of me dressed as Santa, saying Santa's not real, I'm fake, you suck. Flipping the bird and running away just because I think that's hilarious. But of course, my wife thinks different, so we didn't do that. And then we have something called a Christmas countdowner clock, and I think I got rid of that because the app that it came with doesn't work anymore, so you can't activate it anymore. You can't count it down. You're supposed to put it out in front of your house, and it counts down. I mean, exactly to the day. It counts down Christmas. The app syncs up with the whatever chip is in your thing, and it's supposed to count it down, but unfortunately that doesn't work anymore. We got it for half off anyway. And then the other thing we got that we use quite often for almost every holiday, but 4th of July, I keep forgetting, it is the the thing that kind of projects onto your house like Christmas stuff. We do it for Christmas, we do it for Halloween. I'll bring it out for Halloween again. I'll leave it up there for New Year's. I'll leave it up there for Valentine's Day, and for Easter is the last time I use it. As the summer comes around, we have a 4th of July slide with I think it's got the American flag and a couple of fireworks, but I've never put that in. I've never used it. Maybe I should start off the season Halloween by putting 4th of July on there, but I never use it because I don't really care about 4th of July that much. But that's the only time that little long, and it's out there all year long. I should bring it in, but they built those things to last. We had it for a couple of years now, but it projects. There's several, like 6 different Christmas slides. So I'll just put them in, once I'll count down the days of Christmas and put them in for those days, and even leave them out after Christmas too. But either way, though, that Christmas is definitely number 2, which is probably everyone's number 1. If it's not, I'd love to know where Christmas ranks and you're listening. But folks, my number 1 is no surprise. It is Thanksgiving. It has been Thanksgiving for a very long time. I just decided that Thanksgiving is the perfect holiday, and I still think that today. First off, no presents. It's just eating a great meal and being thankful. And we have a great time. We go over to my parents' house. It's all day snacking now. My mom used to make Thanksgiving dinner at 12 noon. 12 noon turned into 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 o'clock in the afternoon turned into 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then after several 4 o'clocks in the afternoon, she said, you know what, screw it, we're going to 6. So now it's 6 in the evening. Now you come over starting at 10, and we eat a big breakfast. I wish it was at 9. But it's at 10, I think. I don't know. I think it's at 10. Anyway, we eat a big breakfast. I mean, pancakes, waffles everywhere, unlimited waffles, sausages, bacon, grits, everything you want in a hearty meal, it is on that platter, and it's fan-friggin-tastic. Then you hang out, you play games. We play games a lot. You have a fun time. Some people are watching football at that point, or the Macy's Day Parade. My wife will probably watch the parades and stuff, but everyone is just having a great time. And then you're snacking, and there's wonderful snacks, deviled eggs and whatever and just different little things to snack on, sweet and salty, and it's fantastic. And then at the end, you want to be a professional, you snack for lunch. That's all you do is eat tons of snacks. And then I cut off the snacking at 2, hard cut off, if not earlier, because I want to be starving by the time 6 o'clock comes, because I've made the mistake to keep eating till about 4 in the afternoon, and then by the time the big meal comes, I can get one pitiful platter. But it is like stuffing, dressing, turkey. We have cauliflower with gravy. We have bacon-wrapped green beans, which go quick. Cranberry sauce, which is straight from the can. Mom tried to make her own. We didn't like it. We like straight from the can, cut. Like, you can even see the shapes of the can on the sides of the cuts, but we love it. Peas, all sorts of things. Just a big spread, banquet spread of goodness. And I may stop snacking at 12 next year, just because I want to be starving by the time that meal comes, because I want to devour it all. I think it's the best meal my mom ever makes. It is so much fun. The only thing I don't like is the sweet potato casserole or something. I never eat that. But to be fair, I don't think my mom makes that anymore. But I absolutely love everything about this holiday. I've always had great memories. Benjamin, if he was here, I would be talking about, there's one time I spent the whole night, Thanksgiving Eve all the way to Thanksgiving morning. Didn't go to bed till 6 that morning, because Mom wasn't going to eat till 2 that afternoon, and woke up in plenty of time, slept for a few hours, woke up at 1 o'clock, went and joined Mom after a nice sleep. I was rested and got to feast. But that was a lot of fun too. We played Xbox. We played Halo, the old school Halo, at LAN party with a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses, because he was friends with Jehovah's Witnesses, and they could only play video games starting at 12:01. That's a holiday. They can do what they want on that holiday. So we played all night long. They sucked at the game, but they had great attitudes, and so we had fun too, and everyone had a fun time. But Thanksgiving has always been chock full of memories. It is so much fun. And here's the fun thing about it. In the evening, everything's winding down. We're probably gone by 8. You don't stay late. Everyone's going to bed, because Christmas season is next. Because for me, Christmas season doesn't start till after Thanksgiving. So to me, now that you're going to bed, now you're even more excited, because tomorrow, of course, is Black Friday, but I care nothing about Black Friday these days. It means it's dead to me. There's no deals. I didn't buy anything for Black Friday in a couple of years, I don't think I bought anything for Black Friday. That's a lie. 2 years ago, I bought something for Black Friday that I thought was a good deal. But last year, no good deals. And so I went to bed. We could wake up the next morning. I have the day off, and I, throw out all of my, what am I trying to say here? We throw up all the Christmas stuff that whole day. It's a day well spent. It's a fun day. It can be a fun day too. We probably bring everything in and try to box it out that evening maybe, if we can. But there's just so much decorating now. It takes longer and longer every year to do. But again, that's my Thanksgiving. And that's why I think it'll always be Christmas. Because after Christmas, there's not much to look forward to, right? I mean, New Year's Eve or whatever, but yeah. But Thanksgiving to me just seems to be the perfect holiday. I feast, I have family, we have games. And then that evening, we prepare for Christmas, the start of, what I believe is the start of Christmas season. If you don't believe that, let me know in the comments. All right, so, hey, that is my top 5, folks. What is your top 5 holidays? I'm sure they all differ from mine except for Christmas, or maybe some of them are the same. But anyway, I will see you next time on more Saturday Morning Samoflange.